problem with the crowds and stuff like they did, at the Ryder Cup and Bethpage Black and stuff. It doesn't. New York, Philly, they're kind of similar, but Philly, I've always thought Philly fans were nastier, really. But what's your opinion of what do you see out there, and are they on Rory like they have been in the past?
I mean, didn't Philly fans boo Santa at some point? I remember that being a story I remember seeing during.
I think it was a movie, but yeah.
I don't think they're pleasant. I don't know that I'd want to go if I was a baseball player. I don't think I'd want to be playing the Phillies right about now. I think first thing first, the PGA of America has been very aggressive this week about their messaging. They want to try to avoid what happened at Bethpage. I don't think there was ever any real danger of that happening. I think what happened at Bethpage was really a byproduct of two things. That is a very heated event to begin with, because you have Americans on one side and Europeans on the other side. You don't really get that at a normal PGA Tour event. And you had compounding the issue there, the Americans simply didn't play well. And the New York fans got angry, and as a result, there was a lot of things said and done and thrown that shouldn't have been. So the PGA of America is trying to get out in front of that here. I was walking with Rory yesterday. I didn't hear anything. I think, if anything, Scotty's taking it the worst, because Scotty's a Cowboys fan, and apparently the Eagles fans are not fans of that. So there was a lot of shouting back and forth. Scotty loves it. Like, look, man, if you're a sports fan, you have to enjoy it as long as it's done at the right time, and I don't think anyone has gone over the top. I find it fascinating that the European that seems to take it the most, less so than Rory or Jon Rahm or any of the rest, is Matt Fitzpatrick. And I don't understand it, because he's the sweetest man on the planet. He's the nicest guy. And yet, for some reason, American fans hate his guts.
Especially in Philly, right? It's an interesting crowd. I mean, I love Philadelphia, and I'm sure you've had a steak sandwich by now, haven't you?
A couple, unfortunately. I'm not feeling good about myself, but thanks for reminding me.
Those cheesesteaks are just unreal. And it's just such a place to go. It looks like, that it's been for a perfect week, really, for golf, except, we have all these people we don't know. And one of them that we don't really know is Aldrich Poitgetter. And Geeter.
Close enough.
Yep. You got it.
It's Aldrich, though, not Aldridge, Dritch. So the guy's from South Africa. He played his golf in Australia. He looks like he's, honestly, he was a story yesterday until the last two holes.
Had a few cheesesteaks.
Yeah. So my question is, what's this guy like? Because, he's supposed to be really the ball has a different sound coming off his club.
Yeah, he's one of the new breed, the guys who have so much speed, just ridiculous speed.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, he's just 21 years old, and he's already accomplished quite a bit on the PGA Tour. And sometimes I think we forget that these players are very young, and they're still adjusting. And I think when you look at Aldrich, first things first, is he lost quite a bit of weight coming into this season. So his body is a little bit different. He works with Justin Parsons, who's a swing coach out of St. Simon's Island, works with a lot of young players. But the one thing I think that they've adjusted to this season, I spoke with Justin earlier in the week, a player like that, and we see it in the modern era, the type of player that can produce that kind of club head speed, that kind of spin coming off the driver, you need to be able to eliminate one side of the golf course. And that's been probably what he's done best this week. He wants to see the ball from left to right, kind of fall down to the right, eliminate the left side of the golf course. It allows him to be aggressive off the tee, and he's going to be able to take advantage of a golf course like this. Because even though I think Rory kind of got bit by it, there is something to be said that these fairways are wider, at least relative to other major championships. And as long as you can control your spin going into the greens, you should be able to take advantage of it. And he's done it through 2 rounds.
So, Rex, just quick segue, too. Here at Southern Dunes, we have Lance Ringler running the Golf Week NGI, which is kind of the NIT tournament for college golf. And he texted me and said, hey, say hello to my old boss for me. So since the reunion tour is going on here, I want to make sure I'll get old Lance's hello to you in there. If you're looking down the board, and I like today already, right? Chris Kirk is 6 under. Justin Rose is 5 under, and we've had the scores are going to be lower today. Is that just pretty much an assumption that you're going to have to go out and get some birdies today if you're going to move up the board, because everyone seems to be going low?
I think what we're going to end up with, and we don't get this very often anywhere else except for the Open Championship in the UK, but I think there's going to be a split, at least today, because if you look at the forecast right now, it's gorgeous. It's in the 80s. There's not much wind. You see players, as you pointed out, being aggressive, but that wind's going to get to about 30 miles an hour by the time the leaders tee off. So I think we could end up with a dramatic split where you have the Chris Kirks and the Justin Roses and these guys who went out early. Xander Schauffele, he's 3 under. 4 is around, hasn't even made it to the turn yet. They can make up some serious ground today.
I mean, does that, in terms of what we've seen so far with this tournament, I mean, we saw guys talking going in that, hey, it's going to be bomb and gouge, and then lo and behold, you have Rory using expletives after his first round, or an expletive after his first round to describe it. You have guys talking about the thickness of the blades of grass in the rough, that there's no first cut. And, okay, it's not long rough, but it's difficult. And they're, like I said, they're breaking down how thick the blades of grass are. To lots of discussion about pin position. How do things set up tomorrow? I mean, when all's said and done, you have maybe that early, late split that you just talked about. Are we looking at potentially an all-time classic finish tomorrow where maybe, okay, after the first round, you had 7 guys tied for first, that it could be something similar in terms of a bunched-up leaderboard tomorrow?
I think the stat that stood out to me last night is the last 15 PGA championships, 14 of those 15 have been won by someone who was in the top 7 through 36 holes. And as I was glancing at the leaderboard last night, I'm like, there's no way that happens. Like this time around, that physically can't happen when you look at how many players are within 2 and 3 and even 4 shots of the lead. Even in Rory's case, like he knew getting it to 5 shots going into the weekend, that was completely doable. And I don't know that we're going to even see that much separation today. You're going to see the separation between the early wave and the late wave. I believe that. And my colleague Ryan Lavner probably had a good point last night when you're talking about how bunched the leaderboard is. This is probably one of those golf courses that doesn't allow certain players to use whatever it is they have, whether that's putting or approach play or length off the tee or whatever the case may be, to take advantage and separate themselves from the field. I think in this particular case, it's probably approach play. Because if you look at this golf course, at least going back to 2018, the last time the tour was here, the BMW Championship, the playoff event was played here, there was really a bias for approach play, specifically wedge play, because most approach shots were 100 to 150 yards. If you're a good wedge player, in theory, you should come here and be able to take advantage of it. But that hasn't been the case, at least through 2 rounds. And I think it has everything to do with where those hole locations were. You might have a wedge in your hand, but you're not getting it within 15 or 20 feet.
All right, Rex. I don't always love to highlight some of the negative stuff, but I feel like everyone's kind of complaining about some things this week, like Rory with his foot blister and Justin with his pace of play, and Cam playing whatever golf ball he wants to play.
Bryson with everything.
Bryson's just sad and has too much going. What do you need to add to this list of what is your biggest complaint this week?
Rory's toe, only because I've seen it now twice, and it's gross.
Ooh.
And he'll show anybody, and it's disgusting. He pulled the toenail off himself, and I was like, there's probably people who are more qualified to do that. Like, I'm sure there's doctors in the Philadelphia.
I mean, you even went to the dentist. He could go get some. You went to get help. He needs to go get help.
Exactly. I would seek medical attention for that. It seems to be fine. I don't know. He's really downplayed that since the tournament started. So my guess is it's absolutely fine. And to be clear, Cam Young wasn't complaining about the golf ball he's using. He's more than happy to be using the golf ball. I think the complaints are coming from the field.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everyone else is whining. So your whine is that you had to see Rory's toe. I get it.
Which is a good one.
Yes.
I second that.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Rex, I wanted to ask you, did you get a chance to play Aronimink?
No, I've never had a chance to play. I've walked it now a couple times this week. It's a fun course, and I think Lav and I had the conversation earlier in the week. If you played it from the members' tees, I bet you'd have a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty upscale course for, the clubhouse kind of looks like something out of Harry Potter or something like that. But, the golf course itself, I was reading where the annual dues are $40,000. It's not really tough to get in. It's only $100,000 membership fee, but, you just can't say, I want to be in the club. You got to go through the board, to get in. So it's pretty, I just wondered if the PGA of America had a media day and you got to play it.
I believe they did a couple weeks ago, but normally with the move to May has kind of tinkered with that. Probably the media day I was heartbroken that I missed, and it was just last week or the week before with Shinnecock for the U.S. Open. So that one kind of broke my heart, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so who do you like? Let's just come right down to it. Who do you like this week? Who's going to emerge late Sunday afternoon to grab the Wanamaker trophy?
I mean, I think we end up with some combination of Cameron Young, Justin Thomas, Scotty Scheffler. You look at the players, Andrew Schauffele on that list. And this is the MO, I think, for the PGA of America. You almost inevitably end up with a first-round leader that your average golf fan probably hasn't heard of. The difference this time around is it's carried over into the weekend. I still believe, as we get further and further into Sunday, that one of these top players, and Scotty is the obvious one in my mind. He's the player I picked to win at the beginning of the week, and you look, he's just 2 shots back. I still like my pick.
I mean, it's incredible. If you just look at his group, the guys that are tied with him, and many of them have yet to tee off, the guys who are tied for 10th right now, you mentioned Cam Young, Justin Thomas, Scotty Scheffler, David Puig, Harris English, Siwoo Kim, and oh, by the way, Huffy's guy, Ludwig Oberg, is right there. And those are the guys that are tied for 10th right now that are a couple strokes off the pace. Should be a fun weekend. Always good to catch up with you, especially from majors like this weekend, Rex. Look forward to your post-round recap on the Golf Channel podcast with Rex and Lav. Wherever you get your podcast, you'll be able to get that post-round tonight. And then finally, you get to put your head on the pillow and re-rack for the final round tomorrow, Rex.
Welcome back, Huffy. Good talking to you, buddy.
Hey, you too, Hog.
There you go. That's Hog and Huff on Backspin the Golf Show.
New segment.
New segment. We're gonna see if we can lobby Huff to make that a weekly segment. Hog and Huff. Hey, coming up on the other side, we're gonna wrap up the first hour, our reunion with Backspin the Golf Show's own and Arizona Golf Hall of Famer Bill Huffman. Huffy, I've got to get your thoughts on the latest. I know we've talked a lot of PGA. We got a major going on. I understand, but Live and PGA. Huffy, we got to get your thoughts on that next.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
As an LPGA professional and loyal Ping player, the all-new 2026 lineup has me captivated. This year is led by the powerful new G4 40K driver, designed for incredible distance, forgiveness, and stability when it matters most. Ping equipment is precision engineered to help golfers swing with confidence and consistency, because when your clubs fit your game, you can truly play your best. Get fit at any Vans golf shop or visit ping.com for fitting guidance, and you will feel the difference.
Join us at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for the Mizuno Fitting and Bonus Trade-In event. Test drive Mizuno's JPX1 Woods and JPX925 irons. The woods and irons have combined power and speed for more consistent distance. Trade in your current clubs and receive 50% bonus trade-in towards your Mizuno purchase. Book your Mizuno fitting in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
What's up, guys? It's Eric Van Rooyen with Team Troon. My friends at Troon have a great way for you to play more golf. Access Premium and Access Premium Plus. Get awesome benefits like preferred rates at over 200 Troon courses, cool events, exclusive offers, and way more. You'll also earn access points every time you play that can be redeemed for complimentary golf. Check it out at golfwithaccess.com and use Backspin50 to get $50 off. That's golfwithaccess.com. Use Backspin50. See you at a Troon course soon.
Since 1945, FootJoy has been the shoe of choice on tour. That's over 80 consecutive years that the players at the highest level in golf have chosen FootJoy as their shoe of choice. FootJoy has shoes for every player, whether you prefer style, performance, traction, stability, or comfort. From the modern classic Premier Series worn by many tour players like Adam Scott, to the new athletic Hyperflex, which inspired Justin Thomas to make a massive change in his golf shoes. Regardless of what you're looking for in golf shoes, FootJoy has you covered. Find the best shoe for your game at footjoy.com.
Can't find a tee time? Courses near you sold out? Play night golf at Auction Southern Dunes at #MiniDunes. This 6-hole par 3 loop can be played once or make 3 loops to play 18 holes. Enjoy the vibe, music, food, and expertly crafted cocktails from a Royal Grill on the go. And check out Auction's Into the Night package that offers an afternoon sundown round on the championship course, followed by a lit experience at #MiniDunes. It's always lit at AuctionSouthernDunes.com or call 480-367-8949. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Auction Southern Dunes. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Coming back with Danger Zone. Maverick McNeely is at the top of the leaderboard at the PGA Championship, but not just Maverick McNeely. 40 years ago today is when Top Gun was originally released in theaters.
Come on, baby.
So maybe it's destiny that Maverick McNeely survives the Danger Zone and makes it to the top of the PGA Championship leaderboard at the end of the weekend. But
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
So you're counting. Are you just quoting, or are you counting Mav McNeely out?
Both.
All
Yes.
of the above.
Yes,
Oh.
the answer is yes to that question.
It's Bauer and Brady, Corey, our guy Andrew Long, the long guy. He's hanging out in Oklahoma this weekend. He'll be back next week. We'll get his thoughts on a recap for the PGA Championship next week. But joining us on the program this hour, Arizona Golf Hall of Famer Bill Huffman. And Huffy, I know, and you mentioned this earlier in the show, that you are retired, but man, I know you love golf and you're still plugged in. You're still probably getting a bunch of texts and stuff like that. What do you make of what we've spent a lot of time talking about the last couple months in terms of the Saudi PIF pulling the funding from Live Golf and, for a lack of better terms, I'm gonna tiptoe here, a very uncertain future for that exhibition tour?
Yeah, it's over. But it really was, never really caught hold, in all honesty. It was a TV bust, and wearing shorts, and
Loud music,
always,
shotgun
always
starts,
your speakers always blaring and stuff. It never really hooked it. And I think the Saudis, who were, it's true what Brandel's been saying all this time, they were sport washing the thing. It was a money thing. It really wasn't a golf thing. So I'm not surprised it's gone. But you know what really is surprising, and I was thinking about this, and it had a lot to do with this leaderboard this week of so many people that I really, when I was covering golf, a lot of these guys weren't out there yet. Golf has really changed a lot. We've moved beyond Phil and Tiger, and there's now a new world in golf. And I think if I was the PGA Tour, okay, and I was making decisions, I know that they tagged Koepka for $5 million, which I thought was ridiculous, so he could come back. If the guys qualify, let them play, okay? If they have things that put them in tournaments and they can, buy their membership back or however that works. The PGA Tour's initial response was kind of like vengeance, like we're going to destroy these Live guys, That's not the way to do it, Let them destroy themselves. Let them, if you let them back in, it's going to be a good thing, because golf has really moved into a different era, and it's not the Tiger Phil era anymore. We have this new, all these mashers, like Putt Geeter and Goddard and
hey, that's a good job. You did a good job.
Yeah, even Hideki and and Koepka mashed the ball, you know, and Rahm's the biggest masher of all. I mean, he swings so hard. His swing speed is just phenomenal, and they just mash it, you know. So it's a new era of golf, and I think it would be a good thing for the PGA Tour if they just said, okay, you guys figure out how you're going to get back out here.
You
know?
guys figure it out.
You go play it out.
And if they qualify, and if they, you know, win big tournaments, and if they have a membership, that should be enough. I don't see this tagging them $5 million as anything that's productive towards golf.
Yeah, that's been a discussion over here for the last few months, and I guess a longer time. But it's not about those top 10, the top 20, the players that we all know. It's about the depth, the lower level players, right? Like that won't get to play now because they're bringing back some of the others.
Yeah, but who, you know, even Bryson DeChambeau, as bad as he played this week, although he did make a run there right at the end, a little too late. But you know, it's just. Even Bryson DeChambeau, golf needs him, okay? Just don't even think about the other stuff.
You can always find him on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube right now.
Golf needs you, Huff.
Bill Huffman, when I was talking with
you
you the other day, you said, hey, you've been watching the show. Brady looks like he's lost a bunch of weight, over 100 pounds for him. So we thank you, Bill Huffman, in your retirement for watching us on YouTube Live or on Facebook. And it's always good to catch up with the Arizona Golf Hall of Famer, Bill Huffman. Our best to you, your 8 grandkids. You got golf camps coming up. Shout out to Peanut as well. I know, you know, we got to give some love for P, Huffy's dog. So always good to catch up with you, Huffy.
It's my cat, actually.
Oh, your cat. I'm sorry. That's right.
My dog.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Huffy's
right.
pond. Pool, pond.
Yeah.
Pond would be
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, you're doing a great job, and I love being on the show with you.
Always good to catch up. That's right. Peanut, his cat, had disappeared for a couple days and then finally came back home. So all roads lead back to Bill Huffman. It's pretty much it. Peanut and Backspin the Golf Show share that in common. Golf Gaming 101, Troon Spotlight, and Beat the Pro all on tap next.
The proceeding has been a paid program.
You're invited to Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the all-new Titleist GTS drivers. Find the perfect driver for your swing, helping you gain superior distance, accuracy, and speed by personalizing your performance. Be the first to have the new Titleist GTS drivers by booking or fitting in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app, it's more powerful than it looks. One tap can get you in the conversation.
You guys, are you serious?
Enter to win something amazing.
That $1,000.
Or just a request. Try it now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
Parker & Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Forecast is calling for sunshine, clear skies, some breezy winds with a high in the upper 90s at 99 degrees. Expect overnight lows dropping down in the low 70s at 72 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ashley Loessa.
This report is sponsored by MGM Resorts in Las Vegas. Vegas summers start by the pool. Find poolside luxury at Aria, iconic elegance at Bellagio, and vibrant energy at the Cosmopolitan. Relax, sip, and earn with MGM Rewards. Plan your escape today at mgmrewards.com.
KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix, guaranteed human. That's what I thought. It's two pros and a cup of Joe. Weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. FS1. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. FS1. Go to foxsports.com for details. KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix, guaranteed human. KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix, guaranteed human. And here's what you need to know.
In round 3 of the PGA Championship, Maverick McNeely and Alex Smalley are tied for the lead at 4 under par overall. They'll tee off round 3 at 2:40 Eastern, but the story today, 41-year-old Tennessean Chris Kirk, who is 6 under through 16 holes today, has surged 56 spots up the leaderboard and is now 1 shot off the lead at 3 under par overall. In soccer today, Manchester City defeated Chelsea in the FA Cup final 1-0 at London's Wembley Stadium. In the NBA playoffs on Friday night, the San Antonio Spurs won at Minnesota 139-109 to win the series 4-2 and advance to the West Final against defending NBA champ OKC. Earlier Friday, Detroit forced a Game 7 tomorrow with a 115-94 triumph at Cleveland. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
This is Up on...
You've put in the work to get that first job, moved up the ranks, or started a family. Now it's time to take your success to the next level. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we're here to help you keep that momentum going with educational programs built around real-world, in-demand career skills. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus timeless skills like leadership, communication, critical thinking, and more. Affordable, accredited, and online. A UMGC education fits your life so you can keep growing while you keep going. You've succeeded before. Now succeed again. At UMGC, we believe nothing should stand in the way of your next achievement. Not doubt, not your life stage, and especially not an application fee. Just apply by June 1st and we'll waive your application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah. I need a little ranch, step to the ranch.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club, available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Not loving your AT&T or T-Mobile bill? Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot. Good news, bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to Verizon and we'll give you a better deal. So get away from that unfortunate phone bill and get to Verizon. Run, ride, canoe, whatever it takes, we'll be here. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. A better deal. No surprises. That's Verizon. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide a recent consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Gracie Abrams has a brand new song. And it's on the newly released playlist on the free iHeartRadio app. Your no-cost destination to hear all of the songs that were just released, including Drake,
Atlanta, tell you about my run, you know what I'm saying?
Megan Maroney,
Call me the traitor.
The Strokes, Maluma, and so much more. Open the free iHeartRadio app and search new to listen now.
The following is a paid program.
4 decades, one destination for the game of golf. This is Backspin the Golf Show, presented by Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. One of the top 5 courses you can play in Arizona. Streaming live, on demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Backspin the Golf Show makes the turn. All right, look, if you missed the first hour, you got to go back. Once we post the podcast, just moments after the show wraps up, our guy Richie does a great job behind the glass. He gets that podcast up right away. Hey, how's it going? We got to be people coming in and hanging out with Richie. We have a live studio audience. We also are live on on Facebook and YouTube as well. But you got to go back, listen to that first hour. Arizona Golf Hall of Famer Bill Huffman joined us. Always good to hear from Huffy. He caught up with we essentially just handed the Rex Hoggart segment over to Huffy. It was Huff and Hog. So that was a lot of fun in the first hour. We got a busy second hour for you, our Troon Spotlight. I'm going to take you down to Maricopa for that. We're going to go wherever you are right now for Beat the Pro, a chance for you to win a Vans Golf Shops gift card and maybe even a box of balls as well. Vans Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, in-store and online at vansgolfshops.com. Father's Day right around the corner, coming up next month. They got some great, great specials at Vans. The TaylorMade QI35 price drop, over $200 off on the LS driver. They got Callaway Elite X driver. The night mode is like $400 off right now. It's amazing. They got some great deals there on Bushnell Golf as well at Vans. You can also go get your hands on those new Titleist GTS drivers and woods. So big second hour coming up. And of course, we'll give you updates on the PGA Championship. We're going to head out to one of the two Queen cities, because Charlotte is a Queen city. They call themselves a Queen city. And Cincinnati, that's where the LPGA is this week. It's the only other tour that's in action right now. Everybody else taking a pause from the champions. Live taking a pause. DP World Tour is in action in Belgium, but a lot of those players are playing in Aronimink. Before we get to all that,
it's time for Golf Gaming 101, presented by Occhis, Southern Dunes Golf Club, with Backspin's very own Wizard of Odds, Coach Brady Wilson.
all right, Brady, we're going to get to the second major of the year here in just a bit.
Yes.
Let's take a look back. Let's see how we did. Let's see what's on the ledger.
Yeah, well, we did okay last week.
Okay is better than bad.
Yeah. Well, we came off of one losing week last week, and then we gave out some picks last week, and we got back to a winning record, right? So we've only had 3 losing weeks for the year. But if you look back to where we were at, and you said the Queen City at Quail Hollow, we had a couple wins there that did pretty good in the head-to-heads. In the Myrtle Beach event, we did pretty well there with Brooks Koepka and Rasmus Højgaard.
The B flight.
Yep, the B flight. Aaron Rye gave us a nice win there. We swept the matchups. Blades Brown. We got the social media guy Ruffles to make the cut. That one hit. We did pretty good over in the DP World Tour. But Corey, we are kicking it with the LPGA.
You're crushing it.
You're having fun. I love that you're having fun there.
Swept the LPGA. Gino was back. Mayu Yamashita and Hannah Green, all were our picks that we gave out.
All winners.
And they all came home, baby.
Love it.
And of course, we've done pretty well in Live too. So we got David Puig and the Arizona State guys, Jose Luis Ballester, Josele. We got a couple wins that came through there, and then we gave out some series picks for the playoffs going on, and 2 of those came home. If you go back and look at what we've given out in advance, we gave out the Spurs to win their series against the T-Wolves. That came home last night, so we finally cleared that bet off the bet slip, if you will. And then we gave out the Hurricanes and Golden Knights both to win their series' parlay in hockey. And with the Knights winning the other night,
the Knights won. I mean, they lost a draft pick because they got fined by the league, but they won the series.
But that's torch football right there. That's how
Tortorella. A lot of people call him Tortellini.
I just call him Torts.
Torts.
That's how Torts rolls.
Yeah, he is.
Torts rolls.
He's a peach.
Yep. So that's where we're at now on best bets last week on the show. Again, we've been hot with best bets, but the last 2 weeks we've been a little light. Gino to win.
You're either hot or you're due.
That's right. And Gino won last week. We gave that out live from Flagstaff up at Brooks' graduation, and then Evan Mobley over 3.5 assists. We got into the prop bets last week.
You did,
and that helped a little bit. We did okay on those 2 out of 4 on the prop bets.
That's great. Just watching a basketball game and you're just yelling at the TV, pass the ball.
I need a rebound.
I have the over. Pass the ball.
You're
Ooh,
right.
Passed it. Nice.
So,
I got an assist.
And then the Flyers puck line was a nice one that we won last week. But I want to take you into a little bit of the behind the scenes. I think Corey and Bauer, you guys probably know, but I want our listeners to know, like, when I sit down at the beginning of the week and start doing the research for the internet picks that we send out on Wednesdays, I mean, I use an analytics software called Bet the Number, and I get.
You don't just ask ChatGPT, who should I pick?
No. And it sorts the field for every week's event by the model that you put in. And so
Okay.
you select what statistics you want in there. So earlier, I want to reference this because earlier, if you listened to the show earlier when we were talking to Rex,
thank you.
He was talking about, hey, I think of all the things that are important in a player's game this week are
approach. Right, yeah.
Okay. And when I was looking at the golf course, I was like, everyone's going to bomb it. So you got to have some, the people that are hitting a wedge or a 9-iron into these greens versus somebody that's hitting an 8 or a 7-iron in, they're just going to hit it closer. So that's always going to help you with that. That's the approach. That's the bombing, driving distance stuff that I incorporated. I had a lot of approach in there. I had 3 things with approach in my model. And then I did some putting in there because obviously we knew the greens were going to be the challenge, right?
Yep.
So you want to
Thanks,
lean
Donald
on
Ross.
good putters and good approachers. So the statistics that I put into my model this week were strokes gained off the tee,
Okay.
carry distance, right? How far do you carry it, right? So that's the bombing component. But here's where, tying into Rex, strokes gained on approach. Who's the best on approaches from 175 to 225? That's your
Okay.
long irons. Who's your best on approaches from 100 to 150 yards, whether they're in the fairway or the rough? You can toggle those. I put them both in because the rough wasn't as long, right? Even though they're talking about the blades of grass. And then I put strokes gained around the green. That's getting up and down, saving pars when you should be making bogeys. And then I did strokes gained putting on bent and POA because it's a bent POA combination greens. And then I did putting from 4 to 10 feet because there's no straight putts on this golf course. So who's your best putter from 4 to 10 feet? So those are the statistics that I put into this model, right? So we're not just like willy-nilly firing from the hip over here. We're doing some
Right.
research, and I plug that into the model, and then I look at the odds on DraftKings, and then I look at our model, and I kind of, okay, the odds are high for this person.
Value.
Yeah, the odds are higher on this person, and they're higher up on my model, meaning the odds are plus money or whatever. And then I look at who are the favorites, and maybe they're further down on my model, so I take them out. I don't bet them. One of the people that I did not bet this week was Rory, because Rory is not that great on approach statistics right now. He's good with putting. He's good with driving distance. So I didn't bet on Rory this week. So some of it's process of elimination, and some of it's just finding the balance between the odds and the model, right? So that's a little bit of inside baseball on how we're
pulling
doing.
back the curtain a little bit
that's right.
to the process that goes in every week. That's a lot of research that goes into, and that's just the pre-tournament picks that go out on Instagram on Wednesdays, sometimes Tuesdays.
That's before anyone's hit a golf ball, right? You're just kind of analyzing it. So kind of now keeping all of that in mind, think about the players I gave out this week. Scheffler to win. We're still talking about him. He's still the odds-on favorite to win, even though he's a couple back. John Rahm, the top 20. He's right there. Cameron Young, top 20. He's right there. Ludwig Oberg, he's top 20. He's right in there. I gave out Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt Fitzpatrick's playing better, but he had a bad first round, so we'll see where he comes up. He's below the top 20 cutoff line. Then top 30s, Cantlay, Koepka, Justin Rose. Justin Rose is 6 under on his round today. So those all look good. Now, I did think Tyrell Hatton would be good this weekend, and he missed a cut. So that's already a loser in that top 30 bunch. Then the top 40 bunch, I feel like Jordan Spieth is someone no one's talking about too. Of all those names we've talked about today, not one time has anyone brought up Jordan Spieth. And if he were to climb up the leaderboard and win, he would complete the career Grand Slam because it's the only one he doesn't have.
Yeah, you're right.
Which Rory completed the career Grand Slam at the Masters. You remember how big that was? It would be that big of a story if Jordan Spieth completed the career Grand Slam. So I feel like he's motivated. Adam Scott missed a cut.
Unfortunately for him, he's 1 over today through 9. He's tied for 52nd, but he's at +2. He could make a run.
That just defeated that whole conversation.
Sorry about that.
Kurt Kitayama is inside the top 40, and so is Sahith. So all those picks, I feel really good about the picks and the analysis that we did, and Rex kind of reaffirmed some of that from earlier. The tournament head-to-head matchups, which we've done pretty well on this year, we've already lost 2 because Gary Woodland missed a cut, and JJ
Spawn also missed the cut.
And Fatty Reed is winning. So that Fatty Reed is messing up my head-to-head matchups.
Are there enough stats out there for these younger guys like Top Gun,
Yeah,
for you to be able to have?
So you can sort it by the whole year.
Oh, okay.
Or you can sort it by their last 40 rounds. So if you're really focused on form and who's playing well
Currently,
recently, you can go it down. You can even go down to the last 20 rounds, but that's 5 tournaments. So you can kind of sort. I did sort them by the year for the record, and then in the majors you get into this like to make the cut. So you got to go way down the leaderboard. You got to get into names that you don't really not commonly hear. Aaron Rai, Brian Harman, Rasmus Højgaard, and Taylor Pendrith. We finally got a win with Taylor Pendrith.
It's about time.
He's off the blacklist. So
I mean, all he did was make the cut, but he made you money.
But he made me money.
All
So
right.
I gave out 5. Pearson Coody did not make the cut, but I gave out 5 to make the cuts, and 4 of them already hit. So we've already hit 4 bets on to make the cut, and that's that midfield area. And most of those, like Brian Harman and Aaron Rai and Rasmus Højgaard, I mean, they're up the leaderboard. They're competing. Pendrith made it on the number that no one's
Still
judging.
counts, still pays.
And then there's always some fun bets around the majors. The DeChambeau, Oberg, Fowler total number of birdies for round 1. We took the under on that, and that hit. And then the Scheffler.
Thank you, Bryson.
The Scheffler. Yeah, I was kind of fading Bryson in that one. And then the Schauffele, Koepka, Hatton group. I thought Tyrell Hatton was going to play well. Schauffele and Koepka did their part. Hatton did not, and so they did not make a total of 12 birdies, and so we missed that one. And then we gave out some picks for the LPGA, like you said earlier, the Cincinnati Queen City Kroger event. Nelly Korda top 5, she's right there. Gino Thiticol top 10, she's right there. Yamashita's a little further down. Charlie Hull was up early, but she faded yesterday. We'll see if she comes back up the leaderboard. But Heyran Rue, minus 142 to top 20, she's right in there. And then our girl, Troon girl, Jennifer Kupko, plus money at top 20, and she's tied for 5th right now. So feel pretty good about the LPGA picks. So, and then we give out some hockey picks and some basketball picks. You can get those online now.
Go Habs, go.
Now let's go Habs, go Avs. Yes, all both.
All right.
And the Canadian environment at the Bell Center, it's the largest hockey rink. It's the largest hockey arena in hockey. Not to get off on hockey here for a second, but
it's a big barn.
If you ever watch Edmonton do the national anthem, it's stunning. If you just watch the entire Canadians game, the crowd's chanting "Ole, ole, ole, ole." I mean, it's just awesome. What a great environment that is. Now, let's get into it this week for our best bets. And these have been hitting well. The last couple of weeks, we've been a little light. So as you said, Bauer, you're either hot or you're due. We've been hot all year. Now we're due.
Okay.
And I feel pretty good about these. Now, Rex gave me a little pause when he said it's going to get windy in the afternoon. But the scores, the course setup is easier. We haven't seen anybody 5 under or 6 under all week, and that is going on this morning.
I mean, Scotty, over the first couple rounds, I think it was just yesterday, said this is the toughest pin positions I've seen.
Hole locations, because the pin moves, the hole never
You're right.
moves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
But he was saying toughest, including Oakmont last year at the U.S.
Yes.
Open, that it was the toughest, placement.
And to Rory's point, which was negatively taken, but they've kind of used up the hard ones early to separate the field. So a little bit easier a little softer on the hole locations today. So all of these are round 3 scores, what they're going to shoot in round 3 today, and they're all unders of the line that they're setting. Okay.
Right.
So all of these players' line is 69.5, which remember it's par 70. So it's only 1 under par, 1 under par. And we win these bets. Ludwig Oberg, Patrick Cantlay, and Fatty Reed. Since he lost money on Fatty Reed, I'm going to bet on Fatty Reed to take plus money 138. So those 3 guys under 69.5. That means they go 1 under par. You're going to win a bet there. David Puig's over underline is 70.5.
Okay.
Right? So if he shoots par, we win. So I took that one too. So those 4 are my round 3 under bets. And then round 3 matchups, these just kind of stood out to me. I think Ricky Fowler is playing very, very well, and Colin Morikawa just has not found it. I think Morikawa's odds in the sports books are off of his history and his name. I don't think it's off of how he's playing. So Fowler minus 126 versus Morikawa in a round 3 matchup just today, just 1 round. I feel pretty good about that. And then I do like Justin Thomas minus 108 versus Siwoo Kim. I think JT's right in the mix, and I think he's kind of starting to round into form coming off of injury. So I like those 2. Those are my best bets for the golf. Now I do have I do have a couple others here, bonus picks. The Canadians tonight, money line versus the Sabres. If they win tonight, we also are going to win our series bet that we gave out a few weeks ago. So that's kind of a twofer, kind of doubling down on it. And the Pistons, the Stones, to beat the Cavs tomorrow in Game 7. That would also clear out a
doubling down on your
series bet that we've given out. So again, both of those are kind of double downs, but I think the Pistons win at home, and I think the Canadians win at home. Home court, home ice advantage in those two. Now, we do have the second leg of the Triple Crown, the Preakness. The Derby winner's not running, so we won't have a Triple Crown winner this year. The Preakness is not at Pimlico. It's at Laurel Park. The Belmont next year is not going to be at Belmont. So if there's ever a time to move the schedule, that's been the big conversation in horse racing. But I'm giving you three horses that did run in the Kentucky Derby that are running in the Preakness. And I like Ocelli, who's the 2 horse. He's 6-1. I'd bet him win place show. Incredibolt, which is a great name for a horse, right?
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's like the family horse of the Incredibles. He's 5-1.
He's Jack's favorite horse.
He's a little bit further out, starting I think in like 13 or 14 is his pole position. So he's got a little bit of a longer track, but I like him win place or show. And then the big horse that fell and did a backflip, the Canadian one, the giant horse that got pulled out of he was going to run and literally at the gate fell over. Great White. I mean, come on. The Great White North, the big white horse. He's bigger than every other horse. Got a little fire in him. He's going to flip the jockey before the Kentucky Derby. Hopefully they get him in the gate this time, but he's 15-1. That's my long shot for you. I like him win place show. But you can put those 3 in a box or do something for crazy like a trifecta or whatever if you want. But I think those 3 horses are the ones I would look at for the Preakness.
The second leg of the Triple Crown with, I think, less juice than we've had in a long time, with no Kentucky Derby, with the change of location. It feels like there's less buzz going into it this year.
This is the equivalent of the Coyotes going to play at Mullet Arena. Because the Preakness, when it's at Pimlico, they can hold 140,000 people in the grandstand. Laurel Park.
And everybody's hammered.
Yeah. Laurel Park, they can put 14,000 people there.
Slightly different.
That's going to be slightly different. And the television broadcast is going to look a little empty, but it's going to be fun.
All right. Well, we got some best bets out there for all of our listeners, some of them doubling down on series bets as well. For Brady, Golf Gaming 101. On the other side, we're going to give you a Troon Spotlight. We're going to stay in Brady's backyard a little bit here for our Troon Spotlight. We'll give you an update of the Arizona-based college programs as well, as postseason is underway. For many of them, for some of them, postseason play is already over, unfortunately. For some, we'll give you an update on that. And then Beat the Pro right around the corner on Backspin the Golf Show.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for your chance to win free golf, tickets, and great gear. More Backspin in moments.
Looking for a true top 100 golf experience in Arizona? Look no further than Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. This pure golf experience offers endless desert and mountain views devoid of housing and rooftops. A Troon Golf favorite, Southern Dunes is always on must-play lists of both local and visiting golfers, and is a favorite among Troon Access members. After golf, be sure you visit the award-winning Arroyo Grill or play night golf on the lit #Mini Dunes course. Book your tee time today at AkChinSouthernDunes.com. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Join us at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for the Mizuno Fitting and Bonus Trade-In event. Test drive Mizuno's JPX1 Woods and JPX 925 irons. The woods and irons have combined power and speed for more consistent distance. Trade in your current clubs and receive 50% bonus trade-in towards your Mizuno purchase. Book your Mizuno fitting in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Arizona is home to some of the world's most unforgettable golf. And TroonGolfAZ.com gives you access to the state's top courses, where bold desert beauty meets championship design and impeccable course conditions. Play Arizona's premier courses at the best available rates. Book your tee time today at TroonGolfAZ.com.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
Golf getting expensive? Don't let high prices for TVs slice into your budget. At Best Deal in Town, we're driving prices down the fairway. Samsung, Sony, LG, plus all the brands you know and love. Score huge savings on 4K TVs for all budgets. Check us out online at bestdealaz.com. That's bestdealaz.com, the home of unbeatable TV deals. Best Deal in Town, where Arizona goes low. Proud sponsor of Backspin the Golf Show.
You gear up, you ride safe, you follow all the rules. And someone crashes into you and suddenly you're guilty until proven innocent? Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. If you're a rider, you're already fighting every day just to be seen. Distracted drivers love to blame riders, even when the facts say otherwise.
We have been promoting motorcycle safety and trusted by the riding community for nearly 30 years. Do your research after a motorcycle injury. Call the husband and wife law team first.
World-class courses, championship conditions, unforgettable experiences. Welcome to the Troon Spotlight, presented by TroonGolfAZ.com. Your gateway to the very best of Arizona golf.
Backspin the Golf Show rolls on a PGA Championship Saturday. It is moving day, no doubt about it, at the PGA Championship. We'll give you a look at the leaderboard. And, you know, I mean, Corey's watching Rory hit into groups of guys putting right now. So there's definitely going to be a lot of fun this weekend. Maybe the weather's going to not participate with some wind this afternoon. The leaders have yet to tee off. In terms of Alex Smalley and Maverick McNeely, they will tee off at 11:40 our time. But there is a name that has joined them atop the leaderboard. Chris Kirk now has joined them. He is 7 under today, 4 under for the tournament. He's almost done with his round. He's through 17. He's on 18 right now. But putting together a tremendous round for him. So he joins them atop the leaderboard. Obviously, Smalley and Maverick McNeely atop the leaderboard have a lot of work to do with 18 holes ahead of them. But speaking of 18 holes, Brady, you got 18 holes obviously down there at Auction Southern Dunes. You guys are undergoing a lot of work with the clubhouse renovation, but all 18 holes are playing great right now, right?
Yeah, they are actually 24 if you count mini dunes.
Okay.
Just throwing
apologies.
That in
Apologies.
No,
There you
that's
go.
All right.
Hey,
no, the golf course is in great shape. We're transitioning. All the golf courses in Arizona transitioning a little earlier this year because of the heat we had in April or in March. But golf course is in really good championship condition. We do have a construction site going on. Seeing the old golf shop being held up by scaffolding right now because we've moved some load-bearing walls is an interesting look from our patio of our temporary facility. But we got a nice temporary clubhouse, a temporary cart barn, and we got a food trailer. And it's still providing a great experience. Team does a great job. Danielle, our F&B manager, and Justin, our chef, and Dylan and Ryan, our ops leaders in the golf department, have done a great job in just trying to still provide a great experience for our golfers. And we're hosting right now championship golf, right? So we're hosting the NGI right now, which is sponsored by Golf Week. It's kind of the NIT. If you think of basketball, it's kind of like the NIT for college golf, and we're Madison Square Garden. So we have the women right now. Live update on that. The University of Wyoming, near and dear to my heart, are winning the tournament. They got a lead over Denver and Bradley. Rutgers is in the field, Bowling Green, Missouri State, Coastal Carolina, Dylan.
The Chanticleers.
So what's funny is Dylan, our head pro, went to Coastal Carolina, and Ryan, our golf sales manager and ops leader, he went to Wyoming, and they have a bet that whoever loses has to buy the other team's hoodie and wear it for a week in July.
You get side action involving a hoodie in July.
Yeah.
So
that's a little fun internal bet going on. Looks like Dylan's going to be hot right now
That's
because
sadistic. A hoodie
because
in July?
Wyoming is 2 under for the event, and Coastal Carolina's plus 32. So there's a lot of fun there. But Lance Ringler from Golf Week, he's a writer. He mentioned, he texted me earlier, said Rex is his boss.
Yeah.
Right. So it was kind of fun to have that team down there, and they do a great job on Instagram. So if you want to follow along, just go to NGI. You'll feel like you're right there on Instagram. And then we kind of have a little summer package, Bauer.
So you guys were talking about how it's moving day, PGA Championship. It's, the juniors, the amateurs, the college kids are out there moving. But today, the local people need to get moving because the sale went live today.
Yeah. So starting on May 16th, which is today, we're selling our summer steel package, and it's kind of like a summer membership. I mean, that's kind of the spirit of it. We lowered the price from last year
That's great.
to make it a little bit more affordable for our local golfers. $579. That's a one-time fee, and it includes a bunch of stuff. You get 10 championship rounds included in that. So you get 10 vouchers for 10 rounds.
That's great.
You can transfer them. So if you want to come out with 3 buddies and use 4 of your vouchers, you can
nice.
You can take them for that.
Oh,
And the rounds will last from now until October.
Yeah, so
overseeding.
a lot of summer programs in like in August or
Yeah.
September, and September's kind of a tough month out here, football and everything. So we're just running it all the way until we go down for overseeding. So we're running it through October 11th. So it's even longer than we call it a summer steal, but it's kind of a summer/fall steal.
Yeah. Do you know what
Yeah.
I like about it? So we do our girls golf Stars and Stripes. We're doing it out there again, 4th of July week on the mini dunes.
That's right.
And this summer steal program that comes in at a one-time fee also includes unlimited access to mini dunes.
Unlimited access to mini dunes.
Playing at night.
And remember, we light it up, so
Yeah.
you can play it Wednesday through Sunday. You can go out there and play under the lights, and you can bring guests for that too. So we it gives you a 6-day booking window. You get a percentage off in the golf shop on non-sale merchandise. And then this year, in addition, because we're in the food trailer and we're trying to keep everybody employed, we're giving
You
out,
sound like a GM.
we're
when you
giving
say
out
that.
$10 food and beverage vouchers along with this package. So, Bauer, if
Wow.
you bought this, you'd have 10 rounds with your buddies, but then
Great.
you'd have these 10 food vouchers that you can use. And you can use it to buy a beer. You can use it to buy a sandwich. You can use it to,
Love it.
you can apply it to nachos after the round. We have 2 areas for you to have a little post-round reception, if you will. And then we also run like a member guest with everyone that signs up for this, because and then we give you a dozen. We have these custom-made dozen Chrome Tour golf balls. They're the True Viz, so they have the spots all over them.
Like the soccer balls, yeah.
Yeah, but the spots are the Arizona state flag.
Oh, I love that.
So it's kind
in
of
the shape of the state of Arizona.
Yeah, so
that's
it's kind of
that's awesome.
It's kind of this. We're trying to really lean into our local play here in the Arizona residents that are year round and give them some value to come play. It's over, and this isn't an exaggeration. I mean, it's over $350 worth of savings if you bought all that stuff and just were paying as you go.
That's not
you'd
including the rounds.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
So it's just an incredible deal. And then you get into this tournament at the end of the year, member guest, but we're only limiting it to 100. So the first 100, after that, it's gone. So
it will sell out. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys will, as you mentioned, Corey, it goes on sale today. So that's on sale now. How do you get it? You can't go online and get it. You have to call the golf shop or you have to go there in person.
Right.
But the number for anybody listening is 520-426-6827. Again, that is 520-426-6827. And Brady, I'm not going to throw shade at other courses directly here, but there's a lot of times where you see, okay, there's a summer program or a summer card or a locals card, and it costs hundreds of dollars, and then you don't actually get any rounds. Okay, you're going to pay, X, Y, Z hundreds of dollars, and then you get a discounted rate.
Right.
You get 10 rounds at a championship golf course. I mean, literally they're playing a collegiate championship there right now.
Right.
And you get 10 rounds as part of this. Because like I said, there's a lot of courses that offer something like this, but it doesn't come with rounds in your back pocket. It just gets you, it gets you in the door to get the discounted rate. That's great. This comes with 10 championship rounds. And then if you use all 10, which you said you can transfer those, you can share those with buddies, with friends, family. After that, then you're going to get discounted rounds as well that you can use for the remainder of the program through October.
Yeah. So like we said, the program runs through October. So if you get your 10 rounds and you use them up in the first 2 weeks, like, what do I do now? So what we have for you there is you are locked in for $29 rounds Monday through Thursday, and you're locked in for $39 rounds Friday through Sunday. Again, it's a 6-day booking window. That's the only limitation on it. But that's for the remainder of the program. So if you use up your 10 rounds early because you got buddies coming in town and you want to get them, get out and play golf.
Take Pops out for Father's Day?
Then, but all the way through October 11th, you can still get that discounted round. And that's far below what we're charged. We usually are 79 to 100. So it's over 50% off the round usually.
I'm not good at math, but it's $579 for the program. The Summer Steel, you get 10 championship rounds. That would be $57.90 per round. That's the value right there. And that's just the golf that's included in the program, not any of the other extra stuff you mentioned or Corey, you pointed out. Unlimited access to mini dunes as well. Again, you can only get this by calling the team right now at Auction Southern Dunes at 520-426-6827, 520-426-6827.
That's a lot of information. I did put the flyer on our Instagram, tag the Auction Southern Dunes page. So yeah, if you want to go check out all the fine print and be one of the first 100 golfers and limited access to this Summer Steel at Auction Southern Dunes.
All right, and we mentioned you guys have some collegiate golf going on down there right now with the NGI, but some of the programs that aren't playing in the NGI are here in the state, and is because they're getting ready for regionals or they just competed in regionals in advance. Brady, can we take a quick spin around ASU, U of A, NAU, GCU? We've got a bunch of other programs here in the state as well.
Well, let's start with the ladies because the ladies regionals have completed. The men's regionals are going to be this next week. Locally here, ASU women got out. So the ASU women went to regionals. We're in the top 5 of their regional, and so they are moving on to the national championship. So currently ranked 22nd, but they're going to be a force to deal with. Now, unfortunately, U of A and NAU didn't get out. Now, NAU was the talk of college golf in for a couple of weeks, and I love the program up there. Coach does a great job, the Lumberjills, but they have a lot of foreign players, and a lot of the foreign players had already booked flights to go home, and then they won the Big Sky, and they got in, and they had an injury, and one of the players was getting married, and so at one point they were going to not take the bid, and so the first team out in the women's was going to maybe get a trickle down bid because NAU was going to have to pull out. At the last minute, coach got one of the international players to change a flight, and they went to the regional with 4. They
Waco,
took
Texas,
4 players.
Yep. And everybody's counting.
So it's you got 5 players and you usually count 4, so you usually have 1 drop score. They just went out there and said, hey, we're going to go 4-4. Every stroke counts. And then one player got DQ'd for a rules violation, which DQs the team.
Oh, man.
So they had to stay and play as individuals.
That's harsh.
It is a little bit harsh, but congratulations to the team, to the Lumberjacks, the Lumberjills, the Lumberjanes, whatever you want to call it. Like, congratulations to them because it's a big accomplishment for them to win the Big Sky and make the national tournament. Also, here in Arizona, Embry-Riddle women, they're in the NAIA national tournament. That starts this next week. They're ranked 11th in the country. They're pretty good. They have a legit shot. And then Mesa Community College in the National Junior College, they finished 8th at the national tournament. That national tournament's done. So that kind of wraps out our women here locally. Now the men, ASU men have qualified for the regionals, and U of A men have qualified for the regionals. And so they're ranked 11th and 18th. I would forecast them to move on. Let's hope, but they're right there. And then Ottawa, which is Ottawa, Arizona, it's a kind of a newer university here in Phoenix. They competed in the men. They competed in the NAIA national championships, which are done, and they finished 16th. So that's pretty good. They qualified. And then Eastern Arizona up in Show Low, Eastern Arizona Community College in the JUCO Division I, they finished 20th. So we had some, and then Mesa Community College and South Mountain Community College, they are in the national tournament, haven't played yet for the JUCO's Division II. And all the differences between Division I and Division II and JUCOs is whether you have dorms or not. So it's really not like we think of like Division I and Division II based off of size. Actually, that's more competitive in the G2 side. And South Mountain's ranked second in the country. So good chance that we could see South Mountain. They've won some national championships over the last 10 years down there at South Mountain. So kind of a little rundown of college golf there for you. And then the men's NGI will be next week at Southern Dunes. And so we got some good teams coming in for that as well.
Excellent. And as you mentioned, Brady, those the men's regionals begin on Monday. The Arizona State Sun Devils are the 2 seed in the Columbus region, just behind Florida and ahead of Stanford, the 3 seed behind them. And then Arizona is hosting down there. We talked about this on the show. This was going to be at Southern Dunes. You guys made some switches, stuff like that. So down at the gallery in Marana is Oklahoma State, the defending national champs, the Big 12 conference champs as well. They're the 1 seed. LSU is the 2 seed. Arizona playing host as the 3 seed. All play for those regionals will get going on Monday. But play for Beat the Pro begins right now. Load up the phones. 855-260-9191. That's 855-260-9191 as we are looking not to the PGA Championship, because we do have our picks for the PGA. You got Rory, Fleetwood, Scotty, and Ludwig are the listener picks. Fleetwood missed the cut, so he's not bad news for Tom, our listener, who answered a trivia question last week correctly. He picked Tommy Fleetwood. He didn't make the cut. So as long as Rory, Scotty, and Ludwig don't win the PGA Championship, we have a $150 pot for Vans Golf Shop's gift card next week at the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson, we're going to Texas. Load up the phones right now, 855-260-9191.
Find everything you need at BackspinGolfShow.com. More Backspin next.
As an LPGA professional and loyal Ping player, the all-new 2026 lineup has me captivated. This year is led by the powerful new G4 40K driver, designed for incredible distance, forgiveness, and stability when it matters most. Ping equipment is precision engineered to help golfers swing with confidence and consistency, because when your clubs fit your game, you can truly play your best. Get fit at any Vans golf shop or visit ping.com for fitting guidance, and you will feel the difference.
Since 1945, FootJoy has been the shoe of choice on tour. That's over 80 consecutive years that the players at the highest level in golf have chosen FootJoy as their shoe of choice. FootJoy has shoes for every player, whether you prefer style, performance, traction, stability, or comfort. From the modern classic Premier Series worn by many tour players like Adam Scott, to the new athletic Hyperflex, which inspired Justin Thomas to make a massive change in his golf shoes. Regardless of what you're looking for in golf shoes, FootJoy has you covered. Find the best shoe for your game at footjoy.com.
You're invited to Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf to get custom fit for the all-new Titleist GTS drivers. Find the perfect driver for your swing, helping you gain superior distance, accuracy, and speed by personalizing your performance. Be the first to have the new Titleist GTS drivers by booking your fitting in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by golfers since 1963 and home to the legendary 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
What's up, guys? It's Eric Van Rooyen with Team Troon. My friends at Troon have a great way for you to play more golf. Access Premium and Access Premium Plus. Get awesome benefits like preferred rates at over 200 Troon courses, cool events, exclusive offers, and way more. You'll also earn access points every time you play that can be redeemed for complimentary golf. Check it out at golfwithaccess.com and use Backspin50 to get $50 off. That's golfwithaccess.com. Use Backspin50. See you at a Troon course soon.
Golfers know it's all about the details, the swing, the fit, and yes, the headwear. That's where Branded Bills comes in. Branded Bills is proud to bring premium, performance-ready golf hats built for the course and designed to stand out. And if you're looking to rep your own business, team, or event, their custom headwear program makes it easy to create hats as unique as your brand. From licensed collegiate gear to fully customized designs, Branded Bills is the go-to for quality and style on and off the course. Check out the latest in golf and custom headwear today at brandedbills.com. That's brandedbills.com.
Arizona is home to some of the world's most unforgettable golf. And TroonGolfAZ.com gives you access to the state's top courses, where bold desert beauty meets championship design and impeccable course conditions. Play Arizona's premier courses at the best available rates. Book your tee time today at TrueGolfAZ.com.
Looking for a true top 100 golf experience in Arizona? Look no further than Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. This pure golf experience offers endless desert and mountain views devoid of housing and rooftops. A Troon Golf favorite, Southern Dunes is always on must-play lists of both local and visiting golfers, and is a favorite among Troon Access members. After golf, be sure you visit the award-winning Arroyo Grill or play night golf on the lit #Mini Dunes course. Book your tee time today at AkChinSouthernDunes.com. That's AKCHIN SouthernDunes.com.
Now back to Backspin the Golf Show. Find more at BackspinGolfShow.com.
We got full phones for Beat the Pro. I'm sure you guys have full phones down at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes too, Brady. I mean, people calling in for the summer steal and trying to get in on that deal that we just talked about last segment as part of our Troon Spotlight.
Yeah, we should have warned your staff, been like, watch out, we're going to talk about it.
They're
Everyone's
ready.
going to call.
They're ready.
They're ready because I believe they usually listen to the show, right, during the week.
Yeah,
So Brady's giving some shout outs to people over the years.
Our new superintendent Ryan Coburn down there is like, hey, how much play are we gonna have?
Yeah. You guys your phones are going to be busy today with people getting in on the summer steal. Again, 520-426-6827 is the number to get in. Summer steal is going to get you 10 championship rounds at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes, plus a whole bunch of other stuff, including food and beverage vouchers. You get a dozen Chrome Tour golf balls with the state of Arizona on there, as well as unlimited play, access to the #Mini Dunes, and you can play under the lights, unlimited. I mean, it's a great program. Again, the summer steal, just $579. 520-426-6827. It's only available by phone or in person, and it will sell out. So our phones are full. Your phones are full at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. The tee boxes, briefly, before we get to Beat the Pro, the tee boxes quite a bit north of Ak-Chin Southern Dunes at Desert Mountain. I'm wearing my 11th U.S. Amateur 4-ball hat right now. The 4-ball is going to be taking place. They're actually the beginning play today, tomorrow, and then Monday and Tuesday at Desert Mountain. They're playing the Cochise and Outlaw courses. You can get in there. It is absolutely free for spectators to attend and watch some of the best players. Our guys, Drew Stoltz and Drew Kittleson, who are Grass League. Stoltz is known as the Sleaze on Gravy and the Sleaze on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio, and he also hosts Subpar as well. He'll be out there. They'll be competing. If you want to go check out the U.S. Amateur 4-ball at Desert Mountain, play begins today, continues tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday at Desert Mountain. It's the newest version of the USGA Championships, the Amateur 4-ball, again going on. It's starting today for the next 4 days up at Desert Mountain, and absolutely free to attend if you want to go out there and check it out. 52 sites for qualifying nationwide, and then finally it all comes to head. You have stroke play the first 2 days, and then match play on Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday is the final on May 20th. You want to get out for the semifinals and the championship match again. Absolutely free. And the U.S. Amateur 4-ball are going to be taking place here in our backyard. I mean, so much championship golf going on. You have the NGI down there at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes. We got 4-ball up at Desert Mountain. And we have a chance to crown some champions here at Beat the Pro, 855-260-9191. The money in the pot goes up $50 every week. We haven't had a winner since the Cadillac Championship, where the pro picked Cam Young. Last week, nobody picked Chris Rayton, who won the Truist Championship, which was not a surprise that nobody picked Christopher Rayton from Norway to win at the Truist, winning the signature event last week. This week, the PGA Championship, the pros pick from Ted Shandy at the Phoenix location is Rory, and our pros pick for the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. I don't think this should be much of a surprise. Scotty Scheffler is the pros pick for coming up at the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. So Scotty is the Vans pros pick. We are giving that to Matt Werner at Scottsdale. He's going to try to defend that victory for the Cam Young pick. That's going to be his pick for the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. So our listeners have a chance to answer a trivia question, get to make a pick for the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson. Corey, Brady, do one of you guys have a trivia question for our listeners?
I like it. I like this one. We've been talking a lot about the live players and being able to play in the fields. 156 players this week at the PGA Championship. How many of them are live players actively? How many live players were part of the field this week in the PGA Championship? They're not today.
That's right. Yeah, a bunch of them. Bryson did not make the weekend.
Tyrrell Hatton.
Yeah, Tyrrell Hatton. Bryson didn't make the weekend. Dustin Johnson did make the weekend. And David Puig is another. So we're giving out some
4
hints
at
there.
least.
There's at least 4.
There were 5. The answer is not 5, but there were 5 special exemptions.
Yeah, and the most recent, the last one was Dustin Johnson.
Right.
So 855-260-9191. Let's start things off in Chandler. We're going to go out to Rick. Rick, you are on Backspin the Golf Show.
Hey, good morning, gang. I'm just going to have to guess. I'm going to say 11.
Hey,
good guess.
Is that really a guess?
Well, I heard something vaguely early in the week, but yeah, with my memory, it's now a guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Bryson, Thomas Dietrich, Tyrrell Hatton, Dustin Johnson, Martin Keimer, Tom McKibben, Walking Neiman, David Puig, John Rahm, Cam Smith, and Elvis Smiley, who made the cut, but he had a terrible day today. Who's your pick for the CJ Cup next week? Let's just call it the Byron Nelson.
Is there a Scotty Scheffler Part 2? I don't think we have a chance against Scotty, but I'll go with Siwoo Kim.
All right, you're going with Siwoo Kim next week. He is in the field. He's one of many Kims in the field, so you can have the Siwoo version of the Kims. Michael and Tom are also in the field. 855-260-9191. That's one spot off the board. Siwoo Kim is gone. Scotty Scheffler is gone. And we need one more trivia question.
All right. I like this player a lot. I always have. Been somebody I follow. Who?
Keegan Bradley.
No, it's not. That's not the answer.
Okay.
Another one. Who is the only player in this week's field with top 10 finishes in each of the last 4 signature events? So,
oh, wow, okay.
The only player that has been in the top 10 for the last 4 signature events.
So you got the last 4 signature events would be the Arnie Palmer, the RBC Heritage, and then the last 2 weeks at the Cadillac and Truist Championship. He didn't win, but he top 10 in all 4. Okay,
Should be a good bet to bet
Be good
him
money.
top 10.
Yeah, there you go. 855-260-9191. 855-260-9191.
Before we go over to the phones really fast, I wasn't here last week on the Mother's Day weekend. I had a girls' golf event, and you guys, thank you for the nice little Mother's Day shout out. And, you know, being a mom is the only thing in my whole life that I've ever known that I was supposed to do. And I get to be a mom with all girls' golf and my own kids. And we're in the midst of chaos of school ending next week with summer break and everything, you know, left and right and concerts and
What did you
whatnot.
get for Mother's Day? What did the 3 wonderful kids in your life and
I got
maybe
a
even
bunch
your
of
husband?
really
What did you
good-
get for Mother's Day?
I got a bunch of really cool stuff. I got a F sound bowl, key in the key of F. Like it did a bung.
okay.
Oh wow.
You know, like a.
Is it like a yoga thing or what is that? Okay.
Yeah, it's like grounding. It's really cool. So we've been, you know, actually I posted a funny little video. We were all like humming to it and harmonizing with it. So that was fun. I got a really cool golf purse tote bag. I didn't switch it over yet, but it says like Queen of the Green, and it's like a green golf bag, like a tote.
Okay.
So it's like a purse, but I'm really excited about that.
Champion
so.
of golf and
Champion of
queen
golf.
of the
Queen
green.
of the Green. Yeah. But, you know, and I just want to give a really quick shout out to my husband. He just got a promotion within the PV school districts, and he's going to be moving to an assistant principal role at 2 schools in the North Valley, splitting schools.
Wait, so he's going from the classroom
Yeah,
to the
20
now he's
years.
going to be a suit. Now he's a
I know. Now we have to
he's
go buy
admin.
some more ties.
He's admin. Oh.
No, yeah. He's
Got a
always
desk
wanted
job.
that. He's always wanted this. So
Good
I'm
luck
so
dealing
proud of
with
him.
parents, Rick.
Yeah.
Yes. He's good at it though. That's the hardest part about our job is the parents.
I
so.
don't think that the school lunches are nutritious enough.
Yep, the crazy things. No, yeah, the crazy things they come up with. But you know, obviously for the, you know, to be in public schools, it takes a really strong and smart person. So I'm really proud of him. So, but
Well,
you know.
happy belated Mother's Day to you. You were busy running a golf tournament last weekend. We appreciate everybody who came out for that. My objective next year is to get my wife, my daughter out there. Maybe we'll do a live
My
remote.
next tournament's father-daughter. So that'll be another goal of yours. That's a fun one. We're going to play that at Camelback in June 14th, I think is the date of it. So that's
Oh,
coming
man.
up soon.
All right, looking forward to that. Girls golf always got some great events coming up all summer long. You guys will be out at Auction Southern Dunes before we know it for the 4th of July. Our trivia question is, who's the only player with top 10 finishes each of the last 4 signature events? Let's head out to Scottsdale, where Doug is standing by. Doug, you're on Backspin the Golf Show.
Well, it's a crazy guess. I might be Ricky Fowler.
Not a crazy guess. It's the right guess. Good
I
job,
love
Doug.
Ricky.
I'm a fan of his.
I'm taller than him.
So were a lot of people. A lot of people
I
are taller
know,
than,
but that's
than
just
Ricky
weird
Fowler.
to me. You see them on TV and you think that they're tall. Anyways,
Hey, Doug, who you got for the CJ Cup? Byron Nelson.
I don't even know who's playing.
Okay.
Who's the top 2 or 3 people?
Well,
playing?
Scotty Scheffler and Siwoo Kim are off the board, so
You could go Aaron Rai. You could go Michael Kim. Jordan Spieth is in form.
Jordan
is
Spieth.
Bryson playing?
Jordan Spieth.
Jordan
he's
Spieth.
immediately Jordan Spieth. Give me the Texas guy in Texas.
There you go.
I think that's a good pick right there. Doug in Scottsdale. Good luck to you. He's got Jordan Spieth, Scotty Scheffler, and Siwoo Kim off the board. We have 1 spot remaining. We always open that up to our Instagram followers at Backspin Golf Show. That's, of course, where you can get Brady's picks every week leading into the tournament. At Backspin Golf Show on the gram is where you can, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you can submit your pick. You don't even have to answer a trivia question. You just type in a name.
Look for Jordan Spieth to be in the pre-tournament picks next week.
all right.
Just teaser right there.
Yeah, just look for him to be mentioned somewhere. Top 10,
Well,
top 20.
Let's mention
win.
him because he is going to. He's trying to complete the career Grand Slam. It's not looking great. He is 1 over through 12. He is 2 over on the tournament, tied for 52nd at the top of the leaderboard at the PGA Championship. It's back to Smalley and McNeely. They're both 4 under. They tee off just about a little less than an hour from now.
Sam Burns, 5 under. Moved
Sam
up
Burns?
41 spots.
Rory McIlroy is 4 under today through 12. He is tied for 3rd with Xander.
His
who's-
toe must be better.
That's
Or he's trying to take less shots so it doesn't hurt as much. I think that's.
And in the LPGA, you have a 2-way tie atop the leaderboard at the Kroger Queen City Challenge. That is underway. The Queen City Championship presented by P&G. Amanda Doherty and Jin Young Ko are atop the leaderboard, but 1 stroke back of them is the young phenom. Lottie Woad is in the hunt. Lydia Ko, I mean, one of the greats of all time, is solo 4th, 2 strokes back. And, look, Nelly and Gino are in the hunt right there, tied for 5th.
And
with
Kupcho.
Jennifer Kupcho. Backspin the Golf Show. Big shout out to Bill Huffman and
And
Rex
congratulations
Hogger
on graduation.
There you go.
The proceeding has been a paid program.
Join us at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf for the Mizuno Fitting and Bonus Trade-In event. Test drive Mizuno's JPX1 Woods and JPX 925 irons. The woods and irons have combined power and speed for more consistent distance. Trade in your current clubs and receive 50% bonus trade-in towards your Mizuno purchase. Book your Mizuno fitting in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Trusted by